Yo, what's up guys? This Dragoneye2427 here. I just got done watching Blackheart's video just a couple minutes ago. Literally just woke up, saw his video, and I wanted to make a quick video about this because I already know that there's like a dozen YouTubers already making videos about this. And they already have, because when the update came out back in April 1st, right? I was gonna wait and see how the community reacted to it. Well, now I know how they reacted to it. So this is honestly probably like the biggest shit show that I've seen for Tekken 8 thus far. They have honestly just gone and just buffed every single character to high hell. Like, I don't understand why they did that. I'm gonna try to put in some clips here and there from other content creators, and I'm gonna give them credit. And if you want to see the whole video based on them, you can. I'm gonna link it below, you know. But I don't even know where to begin because there's like so much to talk about, but I don't want to try to cover everything. So the buffs, every character has, they basically changed it to where now if you take a throw, it does chip damage. I don't know why they did that. They basically did like in Mortal Kombat 1, where if you try to take a throw, you know, like you'd lose a little bit of health. Where in Mortal Kombat, if you do that, you don't lose that much health, but like, I want to say it does like maybe 5 damage somewhere around there. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. You have to like take throws a lot for it to really like be noticeable. But in Tekken 8, you take a throw and it does like 10 damage or so. Like it's pretty crazy. It's almost like you get hit by a light punch. Like, it's that noticeable.
Bro, look at the patch notes for Brian. Buff, 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 buff. Buff, 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 and the nerfs are minimal. 3 nerfs on a character that has everything broken, basically. A character that has everything out of fucking control. Already, they give even more tools to be oppressive, and this is only the beginning of the end. Like, Jun, okay. Now she was already very strong. She was already a very fucking strong character. And what do to my girl? They turn her into a fucking Beyblade character. Let's go straight to the point. Jun in this patch, guys, got buffed a lot, too much. You know already. I did a rant this morning about how I think they destroyed the game with this patch. Basically, the competitive is completely dead, I think, after this patch. It's one of the worst patches ever in the Tekken history for how many broken things we've seen. First of all, she has a new mechanic called Kazama Essence, and basically she builds up this meter while playing, basically during a match. And basically once you get to Kazama Essence, when full meter, you don't lose for the rest of the match. You don't lose the power up anymore. That's super strong. And basically, once you get to full Kazama Essence with all of these moves, I'm not gonna showcase all of them because there are too many. But also there is Miyare 1, all of the light moves, guys. So also Miyare 1+2, the new move. Also Wire Rising 1, 1, 2, the punish from full crouch, Kazama Essence, the heat smash also. Kazama Essence, or also when she goes into heat, 5 points of Kazama Essence. So basically, most of her moveset regarding light beams, basically, and light stuff, basically. Okay, 3 moves get powered up. Down 1+2 gets guys, I swear, insane damage, really. The damage that she gets out of this is insane, down 1+2. It becomes a powered up version of normal down 1+2, it's so strong. Also, Miyare 2, guys, it's from full screen. Almost. You see the range? It's range 4. It's range 4. There is a little bit of execution in executing this stuff. A little bit, I'm not saying like super, but yeah. You see the damage? Damage is insane.
Another thing they did was they added to where, if the game already had this, but they pretty much buffed it even more. So if you sidestepped in the game, some moves could track you and you could get hit by it, which people were already complaining about that, because why even have sidestepping if a lot of moves track you? So and their infinite wisdom, I don't know why they did this, but they added more moves that are like that now. So if you were somebody that already struggled with sidestepping, you're definitely not going to want to do it in Season 2 anymore, because you're just going to get hit by combos and you're going to be eating a bunch of damage for no reason just because you sidestepped. And that really, a lot of people, that's rubbing people the wrong way, rightfully so, because like, you shouldn't get punished for playing defensively. The chip damage in this game is just like I'm gonna put some clips in so you can see for yourself, but the one clip I don't have that I want to talk about is the Joker clip, where he was in I don't know what tournament it was, but basically he was parrying perfectly against a Akuma player, and he was getting just chipped out, and he got hit one time, ate a combo, and then he died because of it, because half of his health was pretty much lost due to chip damage. Then he let his guard down for 1 second, and then the other half of his health was lost due to one combo, which was just brutal. And it went on like that for like the rest of the game. He just got chipped out by the Kuma player that was doing heat smashes and charge ups, and he literally, like, there's nothing he could do. And it's not that he was getting hit; he was just getting chipped out because he was playing defensively. Like, what was he supposed to do? So there's that. So let's talk about the other things they changed in this game. So pretty much a bunch of characters got reworked into where they're like stance characters now. I don't know why they did that either. That's a really, really dumb change. They didn't need it. Who asked for that? Let's see. Rank didn't get touched on at all, even though they said it was going to get reworked. The rank system is still atrocious, to where the point system doesn't make sense. Sometimes you lose points if you beat somebody higher ranked than you. I don't know why it still does that. This is something that they struggled when they first launched rank in this game, because the rank system in Tekken 8 is different from Tekken 7. But the one in Tekken 7, from what I understand, it worked better than the one it does over here. This version that they launched with doesn't really work. It had a bunch of issues at launch. It still does. So one of the things that it had trouble with was like the point system, where it was just way too inconsistent. You could beat some dude that's higher ranked than you, and you would sometimes still lose a little bit of points somehow, even though you won. And then sometimes people would say that like you would be higher ranked than somebody, lose, and still get points. And I just watched the All the Way G rant on his video, and that man just honestly, like, he sounds like so burnt out of the game at this point. I saw a clip where he was on a promotion match, he won his match, and then his next match was immediately a demotion match. Like, how does that even make sense? That's not even a fighting game thing at that point. That's like a ranking. Like every other game that I know that has a ranking system, they have it set to where if you promote, they give you like 2, maybe 3 matches to like kind of like get used to how the new rank is before you get put on a demotion match. On here, they don't give you that. As soon as you promote, you can be on a demotion match already and then get demoted back, which is just like, I don't understand why they haven't fixed that. They still haven't fixed the plugging situation. There's still cheaters running about. The game has no anti-cheat, and from what I understand, the MSI exploit with the Ravia tuner is still a thing. I spoke with Blackheart on it, and he and his buddy were able to basically replicate the issue a couple days ago still. And last time I was on Mike's show, I spoke with a bunch of guys on basically the state of the game, and there's a good point that somebody brought up. I can't remember his name, but I'll put a clip up. And there was an exploit revolving a character, and they put up videos about it, and that's still a thing from last thing I heard. They still haven't fixed that. Let's see, what else did they add? Oh yeah, there's now a bug with I think it's Paul. There's a clip floating around where it basically, he has like a forward move that isn't unblockable now because it's a bug, and that's not supposed to happen. And there's another character, I don't know if it's Steve or Lars, but this one may or may not be true, but supposedly there's like a wall combo that you can do that's like a combo infinite. And if it's not true, then, you know, like, okay. But if it is true, they need to fix that ASAP, because that is just sad, honestly. That's unacceptable.
But Hirada, in his infinite wisdom, with his Tekken team, decided to take the bullshit that we had in Tekken Season 1 and up it by 1,000 and turn every single character in this game into Viltrumites. I'm convinced that Hirada must be a fan of DC Comics. He must like Action Comics. He must be into Superman. He must really like Omni-Man. Because why would you do this to the characters? Because there is just too much to go over here. There is too much nonsense. This is a resounding L. The Tekken community hates this. Absolutely hates it. There's maybe 1 or 2 people that still have Namco's dicks in their mouths that are saying that everything is fine and everything is okay. But for the rest of us that have been playing Tekken for more than 5 minutes, you know, and I know, that this is a dumpster fire. What were you thinking? What the hell were you thinking? You sat there and you told us, don't judge. You don't even have the patch notes yet. Now we know why you did not release those patch notes. Now we know why.
Another thing I'd like to quickly go over is pretty much like the state of the game, where normally in a fighting game, it's been kind of divisive lately. Like some casuals love it, some pros hate it. With this update, Tekken 8, it seems like everybody's just universally on board, which is kind of why I wanted to wait before I made a video just to see how the community reacted. The casuals do not like this game the way it is. They say it's too oppressive. The hardcore players that have been playing Tekken since like Tekken 1, 2, whatever, they say that it just isn't Tekken anymore. It's just like mindless. It's almost going into like Dragon Ball Fighters, but they're not happy with the game either. And the pro players are just straight up, they're saying they're going to quit the game. They're not going to compete. And I spoke with King J the other day. He told me that he's not going to go to EVO this year until they fix the game. And that's pretty crazy, because I know a lot of people may or may not say that King J is not that big of an influence, but the truth is he is. I know a lot of people like to disagree, but he's been there for a long time. And a lot of the pro players, I think Arslan Ash or Nee, one of them commented that the way the game is right now, they don't even feel like playing the game or working to get better at the game so they can compete, because it's just, there's no point, because it's just 50-50s and juggles all the way. So I don't know how the competitive scene is going to go for this game, but if they better fix it, because if it's not, the competitive scene is just going to be dead in the water, honestly. A lot of pro players are going to just drop out like flies.
The casuals, the real casuals, are giving me data saying they don't even like the aggressive play. So who is this game for? Like, I honestly feel like they've made a decision to make this game so aggressive, so many plus frames, so many neutral skip tools and moves, so that when it does come to competitive play, you know, the usual suspects that win are not winning anymore, because it just seems weird. Like, I'm seeing all of these new moves that we didn't ask for. The game had a problem mechanically. The system was a problem, right? And you've now added tons of new moves, tons of new strings, and every character now seems like they're stance characters. Like, why does Jack have an install? It's just not making sense. Jack has an install now. Jun has an install. Safina has an install. And you know, you got Reina going in from stance to stance. Like, you know, are they warming us to Lei Hulong, who's probably going to be the next DLC? It's just not making any sense.
Right before I hop off for the day, I just want to quickly just kind of go over the reviews on Steam. So if you look really closely, like, it's not looking good for them. This is their third review bomb since launch. This is when Season 2 came out. This is when Heihachi came out with the stage where they were trying to charge people $5 for the stage that was not included in the season pass. And then this one was when Eddie came out, I think. Yeah, I think this is in April. This is when Eddie came out and the game was just broken. Nobody could really play properly. And they broke a bunch of mechanics. And it took them a bit of time to fix that. And this, I believe this is when they launched the shop. Sneakily, by the way. They didn't mention the shop when the game came out, and then they just added in an update. So that's where that one came from. And if we scroll down at the reviews, everybody's just pretty much saying the same thing. Season 2 isn't where it's at. Season 2 is not good. Let's see. People are waiting for Virtual Fighter 6. 50-50s all over the place. There we go. Tekken 8 Season 2 has been turned into a casino party game, pretty much. Yeah, it's just not looking good for them. And one thing I quickly want to go over is I want to kind of compare the top three games right now: Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6, because those games have been out for a while now, and I just want to show you guys where those games are still standing. So Mortal Kombat 1, mostly positive. Some people don't like the cameo system. Some people don't like the invasions mode. But overall, it seems that people do enjoy the game. And it's doing pretty good. And then lastly was Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6, I think, is doing better than Mortal Kombat 1 right now. Actually, it may not be that as positive as Mortal Kombat 1. A lot of people in this game just don't like the drive system and the throw loops. I've been playing some Street Fighter 6, and I'm okay with the drive system. Actually, I kind of vibe with it, but the only thing I will say is the throw loops can be pretty egregious at times, because it can be kind of really hard to react to them, and it just feels kind of cheap. But other than that, I like the game, and it seems a lot of people are in the same boat. With Tekken 8, it's just like heat all over the place. Hold on, let me go back to it. Yeah, like, let me see. Let me see. What did that say? Okay, all reviews are mixed, but the recent ones are mostly negative. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if they're gonna pull off what they did back in October, where they had Steam shut down some reviewers down because they didn't like how they were getting review bombed. They might do that again, but who knows?
Dragon ISO, you're up.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, mate.
All right, awesome. I'll try to keep this as brief as I can because I think Tom Brady's right behind me in the queue. But I was going to talk about the PC version of the game because I brought this up briefly last time I was here. And ever since then, I've had people come forward to me, tell me, hey, everything that you've been talking about, it's still going on. And everything wrong with the PC version of the game, right? Like there's still bugs, crashes, all that. None of that has been addressed whatsoever. And like the question I want to ask.
The PC version, yeah, it's unstable. Yeah,
Yeah, it is still
I play
broken.
on PS, so
It's right,
I
it's
step
right.
back on this one, guys.
No, he's correct. It's unstable. There's a lot of crashes.
Yes.
Even on
Every time you load into a stage, it crashes. Every time you load out of a stage, it crashes. You get stutters, and
Yeah.
there's still
I-
like no anti-cheat at all.
What frustrates me
That's the
is
bad, the
yeah,
worst part.
the
That's the worst
anti-cheat
part.
is a deeper issue. But yeah, I'm surprised. Well, not I should say surprised. It's clearly unstable. There is there are visual issues depending on the upscaler you use, and I agree. I'm very upset.
Oh,
that
yeah.
they've not
Yeah,
spoken
you're
about it.
forced to use an upscaler too. You can't run it natively for some
Yeah.
reason, and it
And
makes the game look like really, really bad.
Yes, I am really upset with the fact that they have not spoken about that. I think that's
Yeah.
really bad.
I wasn't expecting them to bring it up at the Tekken talk, but I was hoping that they would at least kind of like hint it a little bit, you know, like what they did at the Combat Cast, where they're like, PC players, we're gonna fix it, you know, but they didn't even do that. And the one thing I did see Blackheart's video with the exploit on MSI, right? I've been seeing a lot of people say that's like a cheat app, right? But it's not. It's the software that you use to diagnose your PC. So I want
Yeah.
to say like 99% of PC gamers that have a PC have that, you know? And there's
Yeah, you
nothing
can't
that they
just
can
have
do in the
that,
team
yeah.
to stop it.
No, you can't. They can't stop it. They
Yeah,
can't,
no,
Yeah.
it's
Because it's an exploit.
Yeah, it's a
It,
mess.
yeah,
Yes.
and
I
also
mean,
what is
yeah.
still going on, that is not an exploit that they patched into the game with the Clive update, because I have confirmation on that. It is still happening, that you can get disconnects on the rematch screen, and it will count it for you as a loss, even though nothing you didn't play.
You know that for sure?
Yeah, I know that for sure.
Yeah,
I
it's
confirmed
happened.
this.
It's happened. It's happened a lot of times.
It is still happening. It is still
Yeah,
happening.
yeah, I've heard
Are they
that one
aware
as
of it though?
Well,
Probably.
I have made a
Yeah.
video about it, and
Yeah.
people have tweeted it at them. People tweeted at them. Look, this happened to me. I lost my points now. Like what? Yeah, they don't. They
No,
don't.
they're aware. They're very active on Twitter, but they only respond when you're insulting their character. When it's anything important, they won't respond to it.
See, that's
You-
wild
you-
because that there should have been fixed like day two of them hearing about it, you know?
Even
Or they
if
should have at
don't
least
fix it-
investigated it.
Yeah, even if they don't fix it, even so much, I actually think the Tekken community doesn't need as much as you think. Even if they just said, "Look, we're looking into it, we haven't have a solution yet," that would be enough. They don't even acknowledge problems. They've not
Oh,
even publicly acknowledged the fact. just acknowledge it. I mean, like, we're looking into it.
Yeah.
That would
This-
do a lot. A lot.
This is where I have to suck Street Fighter's dick when there was an insane there was an insane exploit. There was an insane exploit in the game, and they literally 1 hour after it was discovered tweeted out, "Guys, we are aware of the drive impact option select. That shit is not intended. We are gonna take care of that." They tweeted that in 1 hour of the exploit being found.
I don't play Street Fighter.
wish we had
Does
this
Street Fighter
communication.
have community managers? Because Capcom usually does well with communication.
Capcom's
No,
pretty
they
good.
just
Monster
tweet it
Hunter.
out. It's the Capcom account. It's the Capcom account. They just
They've
tweet
got-
this out and say we are aware of it.
They've got community.
Yeah, normally
managers.
they're pretty good about it.
Well,
So I'm
real
sure-
quick
I'm sure
question
we're gonna say
to
it.
bounce off of that one. In Tekken, if you haven't bought the character as DLC, can you train in mode against them? Can you team mode against them?
No.
Yes, you
can-
can.
you
Yes,
can
yes,
watch
you can.
replays.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Not
Yes,
in
you
What do you
can
mean?
because
What do you mean? Yes, you can. What do you mean,
yes, you can because you can unlock a drive.
Louder,
You can
yeah.
unlock a ticket where you can unlock the character for 1 hour, and you have complete access to the character. You can practice him, you can play him, you can do everything.
In which
with him.
game again? In which
No,
game?
in
Street
Tekken.
Fighter 6.
No, you asked Tekken.
Ah,
You
talking about
asked
Tekken.
Tekken? Oh fuck! I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No, you can't.
Tekken can't.
When you was explaining,
No,
I was
watch-
like, oh, that sounds just like Street Fighter. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
No, wait, C4, I give you a bit of background on this. So now you can watch the replays, so you can see when you could punish, when there is the
Okay.
the thing. I don't know if you can play and try the punish.
I think yes, you can take control of your character.
Okay.
Yes,
You
you take
got
control of
replay
it.
Before,
Yeah,
if you
replay takeover.
didn't-
Yes.
You can take over, you can play against it, but you cannot you cannot control it.
Oh,
Obviously.
your game is actually anime because we had that.
Although,
I'm
yeah,
joking,
you
I'm
did
joking,
actually-
I'm
no,
joking.
it's probably true. No, it's true. We did still there. But like, also before, here's the thing.
Before you could
we had,
not.
before we had takeover, right? But if a DLC character was involved in the fight and you didn't own the DLC, you couldn't take over, including your own character. You can take over your own character.
The only way you
Fucking
can
bad.
full practice still without controlling, but you can full free practice with a DLC that you don't own is having a friend, a person that you know.
He's having a
going
friend. He's having a
into-
friend. first
Having
of
a
all.
friend, which is different.
Do you have
Go
online
into
team mode
the
in
fight
Tekken?
lounge and you have online practice over there, and you
Yeah,
can
okay.
play. You can do online practice there,
Yeah.
and
we do.
then you can ask him. He can show you things. And everything.
That's a
one
recent,
thing.
but that's a recent addition though. Online training mode.
That's
You
as
don't have
well.
it
Is
for
a
long time.
second
Yeah.
edition.
Let,
But
I want to say
Online,
one
online
player's
training
going
mode, guys.
for
I'm not gonna lie, it's very
That's
sick.
not happening.
Online training
Yeah,
mode is super sick.
But I just like to quickly wrap it up at this point because I don't want the video to get too long. Yeah, season 2 is not good. They need to fix it before competitive players start dropping out. Some players are already boycotting. Some YouTubers are moving on to other games. People are waiting for Virtua Fighter 6 because that's coming around the corner at this point. And Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is also coming out this month, I believe. And a lot of people are going to go to that game if they don't fix it. So, yeah, I don't know. Hirada and his Tekken team needs to get their shit together. But who knows what's going to happen, honestly. Who knows? They might fix it. They might ignore it. They might double down. No, they might triple down at this point because they already doubled down. They went on that live stream. And before that, they had told us they're going to focus on defensive play. They put a Twitter post talking all about defensive play. Then they go on a live stream. They show offensive gameplay and all this chip damage and all the BS that nobody wanted on the live stream. Then they put a blog post after that saying, "Oh, wait for the full patch notes. It's 1,500 changes." Then the update comes out and it's even worse than we thought it was. So I don't know, man. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the game or not. I hope your guys' game gets better, but hopefully you guys enjoy the video. This has been Dragon Eye. Peace.